Few ideas on self-care, and I'm telling you this because this is what I have been doing lately. So if you're like me and you have a chronic illness or anything that's actually just weighing heavily on you, it can really kind of overwhelm you at times, and you just need to kind of reassess or take an assessment of your life. Just reassess where you're at and what you're doing and what you can do for you. And that is exactly what I have been doing lately. I'm going to mention a few things that have been helping me, and I've been having fun with it and really having a lot of self-care, taking care of myself, loving myself, doing some of that treat yourself bit and enjoying it. First of all, I was just kind of at the end of my rope with everything, trying to get it all together, and I was just having just a scatterbrain, all of that. So finally, I wrote a list. I just wrote a basic list. Spirituality, health, happiness, emotion. On top of the emotions, how I feel physically, not just health, but I want to have stronger muscles. And so that's a big deal for me, physically fit, just up and going freely. I want my home in order. Oh my goodness, do I want that? Do I want to get all my papers in order? Yes, I have seriously 10 years of papers. We went to my mom's house, collected them all last year. I'm literally sorting through things and photos and all sorts of that lately. I had to write it down. Just get it out there. It was the best brain dump ever. It was utterly needed. After my brain dump, I decided that's it. I'm just going to take care of the absolute basics. No more pressure, no, pushing myself more than I need to. So a few of the things I've been doing. I've been indulging. I turned on country music from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, believe me, I'm very varied, I guess, in so many ways, and yet sometimes you just need country music or something. Anyhow, I was thinking about the 90s. I had recently talked about my aunt who had passed away in that time, and I thought, God, we had some really good times. So I turned on Alabama, and I just listened to it, and I just reminisced, and I just sat there in the nostalgia, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the moments, and I sang along. I went fishing through all sorts of fishing in the dark. I went fishing through all different songs and enjoying it, and then I pigged out. I went and got not just the 1 or 2 little packets of sushi. I got the family size sushi for myself. And I ate as much as I could handle because I also had an eclair, which was delicious. I've been craving eclairs. I don't know, eclairs are a thing in my family. We always have fond memories of when we were kids and we'd get eclairs with one of my aunts and my mom, and it's just one of those generational things. We will always love eclairs. And I chomped. It was heaven. Anyhow, so I'm indulging. I got my music, I got my food. I've been doing a brain dump, and I decided, I'm going to do one of those treat yourself things, right? So I got me these really cool gardening shoes. I have my cool glove. I've got PVC cutters. I am enjoying things, and they're the little things. The little things are the absolute best. I also took the time to start writing more gratitudes. And that is something that I could not be more grateful for, is just writing my gratitudes. And I try not to do, my toes don't hurt right now. Although that is actually a really good one. You never think of them until they actually hurt. But one of them was for frustration and struggles. Because without my frustration and struggles, without being frustrated lately, I would not be struggling enough to say, enough of this. Things have to change. I've got to look for other solutions because, believe me, I'm always looking, but this was my thing, and I thought, I am so grateful that I just got so frustrated and struggled, because now I got me some sushi, I got an eclair, and I am treating myself because it is a sign of the times. Hey, you're going overboard. You need to relax. It's like that movie Office Space where he just totally chills at that meditation. Actually, maybe not meditation. What was it? Hypnotized. He was hypnotized. Okay. Anyhow, I also did things, a lot of girls would do facials and things. I try, but I'll be totally honest. My facial is washing my face like everyone else does. I'm terrible at some things, I really am. So yeah, I washed my face, which is like huge for me. Like a decent wash. Anyway, long story. I whatever. But I did. I brushed my teeth with that black charcoal, and it was kind of cool and weird. And then I totally gunked up the sink and I had to scrub it. So I got a clean sink out of it too. It worked out. And now I have this gorgeous sink. Another thing that is part of it is kind of writing things down that I need to do around the house and minimizing them. I actually needed to clean my craft room / office / everything in the world. It's getting overwhelming and I have to break it down into bits. Like sometimes I overdo it. And I just stopped myself and said, okay, wait, just bit by bit, you will be okay. So I've been giving myself grace to get things done when I can and how I can. And it has been amazing. I'm really like feeling this extra love for myself. On top of that, I have been, just to completely space everything out, I go online and I make these positive quotes. They're not my quotes, they're other people's quotes, right? Or things I've thought of or whatever. And I've been making them just into a little artistic design or something, right? And that is so freeing for my mind. I'm focusing on positive quotes right in front of me, right? Writing it out and then doing different things with it, changing the color, changing the background, doing something positive with it, and it kind of sinks in. And then you get to be creative and do something out of the box and do something that is utterly unnecessary for my house. Usually when you're in your own house, it's hard to relax because you know you need to sweep the kitchen or you could be doing this or that or this or that. With this, I'm not accomplishing anything in my house, but my mind is feeling good. And mind you, I haven't been out gardening as much, and I think that does make a huge, huge difference for me. So I have to do something. I got to do something, you know. So that has been wonderful, very positive and good. Also, on another note, I also confronted issues that have been annoying me. And, you know, you need to sometimes just, like, number one, I believe in feeling your feelings. I feel if you're depressed, be depressed. If you're happy, be happy. If you're angry, be angry. Figure it out, feel it, go through the emotion. I'm an absolute believer in that. And I don't want to not have depression in my life. It may sound odd, but I think that there is a beauty in having opposition in life. I just think we cannot function without it, and I am just fine with that. So with my struggles, I do need to vent those, and I need to get them out. And sometimes when I need to say, hey, lay off me, I say it, and I actually did a video on it, and it felt good. I'll post it soon, but I really needed to just get it out. On top of getting everything out and just going for it, I have been very grateful. I'm stepping outside of my box. Sometimes when I don't feel good, I just kind of don't go out and do things. But we actually went and saw some friends who I absolutely adore. And I felt terrible the entire night. I felt absolutely awful. And I wasn't ashamed or embarrassed. As usually, honestly, I am. I don't like feeling sick and weak and gross. And I don't like that to be a thing. But I was like, you know what, here I am. But I'm happy to see your faces. And another thing I'm giving myself grace for is not reaching out in time or on time. Number one, I usually don't have my phone with me or even have the ringer on. And I think most people know that. I still believe in, at one point in time, we would run from outside to inside to pick up the phone. And if we got it in time, great. If we didn't, we didn't. I don't know. I don't like the tethering. I really don't. I love to be in contact and I'll do what I can. But this immediate thing is just too much for me. I think it's just too distracting. So anyhow, I haven't gotten back to everyone, and I have issues because I'll remember at like 3 in the morning. You know, I think a lot of people are that way anyhow, but I'm not beating myself up so much for it. I'm getting to people when I can, and I'm doing the best I can. And I really hope everyone understands that one, right? But I am just kind of saying, sorry, this is where we're at right now. And another thing is I am acknowledging medical issues. Going through a ton of testing right now, like getting all sorts of things. Like they go through one test, and although this may or may not be conclusive, well, it opens another can of worms. You know what? It's just so much, and it keeps coming in that I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to do much of anything. I will follow all the instructions. I'll do whatever I've got to do, and I'm going to take it slow. And in the meantime, I'm going to make me some happy quote videos. I'm going to hang out with my son, and we are going to do rock painting. That's another thing. Okay, so all that medical wise, just kind of back burner, back burner. But my son, we are having a great time. Of course, we read our books, and he's so cool. He's remembering all these books. He's 2, and he will memorize them. We'll sing songs together. I made up a new song and a new video for him, where I sing his name in the bingo song, and he can spell his own name now. He's so cool. Anyway, I just love being around him, his simplicity, and just my theory, honestly, on him, and I don't know, every kid probably, is it's like they're old souls with a new body. I mean, they just have this, they do have a wisdom, just kind of a peaceful, wonderful, beautiful wisdom. So I try and treat him with that respect and give him whatever knowledge I can, and let him sort it if he wants it. Anyway, he was amazing. We sing a lot of songs together. He knows the words to You Are My Sunshine. He totally sings it. He knows like all these words, and it's so much fun. We've been singing a ton. Oh yeah, and we've been rock painting. Actually, I just moved it right over there. So it's easier access, and all we're doing is we just come in and chit chat, and we're drawing on rocks. Things are good. Things are good when you take care of yourself. So this is my update on my current self-care, because believe me, I will have a million more self-cares, because life changes, I change. I believe in adjust and adapt. Believe me, I believe in that. And I can write a little infograph of what I'm doing, and maybe some of these things will help you. I know sometimes simplicity is the absolute best. So wishing everyone health and happiness, and thank you for watching my videos, and please subscribe. Thank you.